everybody, and welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is some of my perspectives and insights relative to the Saturn in Sagittarius transit that we're going to be going through over the next 3 or 2.5 years. This is a really powerful and exceptionally important transit for us on Earth at this point in time. One of the major reasons as to why that's the case is because what we are looking at here is not only the nature of our own personal belief systems and philosophies and how we actually answer the bigger questions in life. Sagittarius also correlates to nature in that sense, and our relationship that we have towards it. For a very long time, we have been living under the matrix of patriarchy and the separation from natural laws. Okay, Sagittarius will reflect natural laws. In other words, principles and truths that are inherent in nature that are not created by man. One of the biggest things that I offer, or not should I say that I offer, but I ask everybody to think about when going about your day and understanding your relationship to your spirituality is that on one level, what the patriarchy does and what the matrix does is it doesn't promote any sense of connection to source. It promotes a highly egotistical way of living that correlates to our disassociation or our disconnect from nature. Okay. The second thing is that as Sagittarius reflects natural law, it also reflects how things operate in our existence in our world without any human intervention. So if you had to take away the human interaction on Earth, how do things naturally exist? How are they naturally interacting with each other? And then interact with the human being, and that will give you a really good perspective of how and what natural laws symbolize. We have created an incredible amount of advancement in technology and mental constructions and so on and so forth. And that's fantastic, and I love it because as I sit here today, sharing this video with you, I'm using that very technology. So I'm definitely not saying that it's not a good thing. What I am saying is that we are needing, at this point in time, to really start shaping up, really start recognizing how important it is to start living in symbiosis with regards to the laws that exist in nature, okay? And this is the deepest sort of truth that I can offer when it comes to understanding the Saturn and Sagittarius transit. For many of us, the patriarchy will give us a lot of information and feed us constantly every single day with the need to facilitate our external attachments, and that we need to hold on to them and keep them manifesting and such. And I have some of them in my own life, unfortunately. This is a transition that I'm going into at this stage where I'm learning to let go of the things that are not necessary, cut away some of the stuff. But there are external attachments that need me to actually have to do a lot of the stuff that I have to do. So it's about reintegrating yourself back into the world in a way that that teaches you that our personal attachments are ones that allow us to be connected to this physical plane, but also at the same time to be able to recognize that we are living with natural laws. So a simple example that I could offer is when I'm interacting with everybody here in this YouTube series, I'm literally creating this stuff and this content to share with you knowledge that I have within myself so that you are able to personally re-empower yourself. A big part of this video or this channel is to get you to recognize the art of manifestation that exists within you, that you are the source of creation within yourself. You are a reflection of nature. And to empower yourself and to give you enthusiasm and excitement and inspiration to realize to take charge of your own life so that you can then co-create along with me. And for that purpose, to recognize that we are all connected, we all have a navel canal, right, that tells us that we all originated from the same space, and that our differences or our individuality is actually reflected in nature. Each plant has its own personal individuality, its own blueprint, but it all essentially manifested from the same point. In fact, that picture on the left-hand side over there is so beautiful. If you look at the spiral, the Fibonacci sequence in that, say, you can see that, I mean, that's just a normal centipede. But as it spirals like that, it creates the center point that then manifests as individuality. So what I'm trying to say here with Saturn and Sagittarius relative to the patriarchy is that as we are integrating ourselves into the world, relative to these new changes, that are happening in life, Saturn and Sagittarius will be really focusing and asking us to really pay a lot of attention and take a lot of honesty and a lot of sense of like personal need to align ourselves with a belief system that is in symbiosis with nature, and that we stop feeding the sense of self-glorification in that way. Because as it stands at this point in time, a lot of that facilitation, a lot of that sort of like, wanting everything for the self versus sharing abundance with everybody else is going to be what's going to actually create the connect to nature and the feeling of abundance versus the disconnect. Because the world is changing in that way, where many people are waking up and realizing that we need to share, we need to connect, we need to allow the sense of connectivity to really it's like rejuvenate, restart nature in itself, and to really allow ourselves to feel that we are not isolated. Saturn Sagittarius is going to create that isolation, that sense of involution. And it's really important to realize that involution is going to cause us to feel separate. Our skin, our pre-existing judgments of and prejudices that are associated with our own kind, are really going to be forced onto us at this point in time. We're really going to get a lot of information that's going to tell us that our religion separates us, our beliefs separate us. And we're going to have to find unity in that experience. And that's what the Matrix and the patriarchy is doing. It's like creating this forced separation. He is different to me in that way. Yes, through nurture that has created that. So in this video, what I'm doing for you is really asking to ground yourself in the realization of connecting with yourself, connecting with nature, and allowing yourself to really connect with the essence of what Earth needs at this stage and humanity needs at this stage, and even in your own ecosystem. Start with yourself first. That is the most important thing. Start with yourself first in that way to realign that sense of connection to your own personal natural ways. And then from that experience, start to expand your light in a way that helps every other people find their own journey back within. And it is definitely not about imposing laws. It's about allowing yourself to shed a sense of light into the world that inspires other people to find their own connection within. Okay? So look deep in nature and you'll understand everything better. It is the truth. Nature gives you all the truth. There is no belief system that is inherent in there. It teaches you two fundamental things. Everything comes from the same creation, and your individuality is your individuality. And we co-create with that individuality through sharing, through inclusion, through self-acceptance in that sense, and then through allowing your belief system to create where it is that you want to exist within the world. Saturn Sagittarius is going to be making squares to Neptune, which is in Pisces, which is interesting because of the fact that, of course, all of these, the dissolving of nature, or should I say that our pre-existing definitions and ideas will be manifesting through that experience. So what I want to encourage you to do is I've actually created an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes MP3 on my website that's downloadable. It's something like $10, for instance. And what it basically does is it allows you to understand what is going to be fundamentally happening through Saturn, through Sagittarius. I give a lot of information about involution and evolution, talking about the relationship to food and how that needs to change. There are quite a lot of insights that I do reveal within that talk. It's, like I said, it's about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half MP3. And it is downloadable on my site for like $10, for instance, in terms of the creation that I offer you guys in that sense. So I highly recommend checking that out. This is one of the reasons as to why I created this video, just to share with you some of the perspectives to think about, and also to have you guys know about that MP3. I do actually go very briefly through the astrological symbolism that will be manifesting for you. So Saturn in your first house, what that's going to symbolize, what Saturn in the second house is going to symbolize for you. So, you know, your sun sign. So I'm Scorpio, for instance. So it's going through my second house. So I'll be sharing insights about what that symbolizes in that MP3 as well. And there is a PDF that comes with it, just basically giving you an instruction of the dates and what the retrogrades will be symbolizing. So there's quite a lot of information in that MP3 as well. And then, of course, the article will come along with this video as well. Okay. Great, everybody. I really hope that this resonated for yourself. Please come check out my website and see any of the services that I do have there. And feel free to share this. If you liked it, give a like. Other than that, I hope you have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.